Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury could finally meet in February 2022, as Eddie Hearn reveals he's targeting early 2022 for the biggest fight in British boxing history. He suggests the UK is now an option to stage it with fans returning to the sport. Why is this event so big and what can we expect? We took a closer look at this fight for you. We hope you enjoy the video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Background: Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua is a proposed heavyweight unification boxing match contested between WBC and the ring champion Tyson Fury and WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and IBO champion Anthony Joshua. The winner is set to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis in 2000 and the first one of the four-belt era. The fight has been dubbed as the biggest fight in British boxing history due to the bout being an undisputed match contested between two largely popular British fighters. After Fury defeated Deontay Wilder via a 7th round technical knockout to capture the WBC and ring heavyweight titles in February of 2020, Wilder immediately activated a contractual rematch clause. The trilogy fight was initially scheduled to take place on the 18th of July, but after Wilder suffered an injury along with concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic, the bout was postponed until October. At Wilder's request, the bout was again pushed back to the 19th of December. After Wilder's team again requested to push back the date into 2021, Fury announced in October that he is moving on from a proposed third fight, stating, "They asked me if I could agree to push it to December. I agreed to December 19th. Then they tried to change the date again into the next year. I've been training. I'm ready." When they tried moving off December 19th and pushing it to next year, enough was enough. I've moved on. Following Fury's comments, Wilder released a video on social media accusing Fury of cheating during their February fight, with Team Fury insisting the contractual rematch clause has expired and Team Wilder insisting the opposite. Both sides entered into a mediation process in an attempt to resolve the dispute. However, according to Fury's promoter, Bob Arum, Fury has insisted that he'll not fight Wilder again due to the accusations of cheating. Joshua defeated Andy Ruiz Jr. in a rematch in December 2019 to reclaim his unified heavyweight titles. Later that month, the WBO ordered Joshua to enter negotiations with their mandatory challenger, Alexander Usyk. The following day, the IBF also ordered Joshua to face their mandatory challenger, Kubrat Pulev. Due to the IBF initially ordering Joshua to face Pulev in early 2019 before the rematch with Ruiz, it was determined that Pulev would be the first in line with Usyk, set to face the winner. After the original date in June was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Joshua defeated Pulev via 9th round TKO in December 2020. After the victory, Joshua was asked in the post-fight interview about the prospect of an undisputed fight with Fury. Joshua said, "I want a challenge. It's not about the opponent, it's about the legacy and the belt. Whoever's got the belt, I'd love to compete with him. If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury. It's no big deal." In response, Fury released a video on social media to Joshua's comments saying, "Well, there you go everyone. Anthony Joshua just himself on live television. He got asked did he want to fight and he went around the bushes and put us on the edge. I want the fight. I want the fight next. I'll knock him out in 3 rounds. He's a big bum dosser. Can't wait to knock him out." A 2-fight deal between the two champions has been agreed on in principle since June 2020, with the first fight having a 50-50 purse split and the rematch a 60-40 split in the favor of the winner. In March 2021, it was reported that both teams had signed the contract, with the final details of the date and the venue to be determined. However, 24 hours after the announcement was made, a judge in the US court ruled that Deontay Wilder was entitled to exercise his option for a third fight with Fury on a date up to the 15th of September. This put the proposed bout between Joshua and Fury in jeopardy, as Wilder indicated that he was not prepared to stand aside to allow the British boxers to proceed. As a result of the difficulties in agreeing to the fight between Joshua and Fury, on the 21st of May, the WBO gave Joshua Camp 48 hours to come up with an agreement to the fight with Fury, or they instead order a bout against the mandatory challenger, Alexander Usyk. On the 22nd of May, the WBO issued an instruction that Joshua would have to fight Usyk, with an agreement for the bout to be in place by 31st of May. The following day, Fury announced that he had signed a contract for a third fight with Wilder, to be held in Vegas on 24th of July. The upcoming fight. Joshua's promoter Hearn insists talks for the biggest fight in British boxing history will only be revived if both of them can come through their respective challenges, with February being targeted as the new realistic date. Chances of both of them getting through their next fights without losing is probably lower than 50%. Hearn made it clear he won't restart negotiations until Fury and Joshua have dealt with their immediate business before revealing that the UK could be an option to host a possible undisputed blockbuster. But I think with AJ fighting in September 25th, Fury now delayed until October, I think February is more realistic. They had a huge offer from Saudi Arabia to fight there. Ultimately, in the fight game, which is extremely dangerous, and these guys are putting themselves on the line, it is about generating as much money for the fight as possible. With fans back in the UK, is that an option? Las Vegas? We'll see. But first things first, let's just beat Usyk, because if that doesn't go to plan, we can forget about it, Hearn added. No, I haven't had talks with anyone, because I don't want to waste my time. I spent 6 months wasting my time, so let's get these fights out of the way and and let's see what happens. No matter what the outcome of their next fights, at the moment, the Tyson vs. Joshua clash is big news. The fighters. Let's have a look at the two fighters for this dream bout. Fury is a two-time world heavyweight champion, having held the WBC and Ring Magazine titles since defeating Deontay Wilder in 2020. Previously, he held the unified WBA, Super, IBF, WBO, IBO, and the Ring titles after defeating Vladimir Klitschko in 2015. With his defeat of Wilder, Fury became the third heavyweight after Floyd Patterson and Muhammad Ali to hold the Ring Magazine title twice, and is widely considered by media outlets to be the lineal heavyweight champion. As of December 2020, Fury is ranked the world's best active heavyweight by ESPN, the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, TBRB, and BoxRec, as well as the second best active boxer, pound for pound, by BoxRec, 6th by TBRB, and 8th by ESPN. Fury was stripped of his IBF title 10 days after the Klitschko bout, as he was unable to grant the fight with IBF's mandatory challenger, Vyacheslav Glazkov, due to a rematch clause in his contract with Klitschko. The rematch did not materialize as Fury suffered from mental health issues leading to alcoholism, recreational drug use, and extreme weight gain. He was charged with anti-doping violations. In 2016, he vacated the WBA, WBO, and IBO titles. The Ring stripped him of his last remaining title in early 2018. Later that year, after 2 years of inactivity, Fury challenged the WBC heavyweight title against Wilder. The fight was controversially scored as a draw. Fury's strong performance against Wilder, including recovering from a heavy knockout in the final round, earned him Comeback of the Year from the Ring and numerous other awards. In the rematch in February 2020, Fury defeated Wilder by a technical knockout in the 7th round after a dominant performance. Anthony Joshua. Joshua is a two-time unified world heavyweight championship, having held the WBA, Super, IPF, WBO, and IBO titles since December 2019, and previously between 2016 and June 2019. At regional level, he held the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles from 2015 to 2016. As of June 2021, Joshua is ranked the world's second best active heavyweight by the Ring, Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, and BoxRec, as well as the 7th best active boxer, pound for pound, by BoxRec. He has been ranked by BoxRec as among the world's top 10 heavyweights since 2014 and was ranked number 1 at the conclusion of 2016 and 2017. Joshua's knockout to win percentage stands at 91.6%, with an overall knockout percentage of 70% in the world heavyweight title fights. What do you think of the upcoming fight? Who is your money on? Please leave a comment to tell us. Thank you for watching. We hope you return for our next video. Until then, take care.